Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV there o see them yopo.
No akoton 2,500. Me see mini anu krampo mutu metu master stia no back on man no. Stia no krampo mutu ya no ni bo abede. Stia no mutu ya no. Stia no. How much will be the stia?
Do you
understand? So you sit down and then all these things happened. Now Papa Baku no di anymore. Keno for that. Because all revenues had to go to Keno for that. So and all these auctions and what have you must get the approval of the Ministry of Finance. So who were those who benefited from it? How come that Keno for that every financial malfeasance?
Still ni yo. Yo mutu ye no.
Still no mokotu metu mas no. Enu ni
mde ma ba o me ano.
Sasti ya yi.
Ya ko TVS was at Power 97.
Sasti ya yi. Sasti ya yi.
Mo he TV no so no.
Who did it say this still is not more than 4,000?
Techman.
Meaning baby or the coil. We na techman.
Me enti de ba o me aka no still no. Say mo man still. Babe, if I could not transfer as a mosia, and the mosia would also the number, would also number. Can you imagine? Is there a Koyan near part as a mosia? It's the other mo. I feel as a boy. I don't say, guys, now, Mujina Hono, so Munya Papa. I say, babe. Very well. Well, you move on, Afi. On a more serious note, no, public service requires a certain level of condor. Now, idea you say, Yamfan ye. President Kufuor decided that on Fatata bus system in Yenjuba. Now, Omni bus transport, OSA. Now, and also Waho. Now, ye were intercity transport system. Now, and also Waho. Now, all those things, you know, na enina ebwa na the pressure on the private sector transportation na abafem. So they were running alongside. Unim say as we speak, STC fares are far lower than all other transport terminals. So unim say if you go around the country, Ghana oil, GOIL, the prices they put is far lower than all other fuel suppliers in this country. So, because the state can take a deliberate measure, say, Yakoton say, into Yemen and Buffy, and to Yatuswa, na other institutions, Bawa, into Omutimima Guel, say, Monte Modiano, so, Motiswa, other companies will want to compete with you. So, Amusu Batisuna, the prices are coming down. I think now Star and Star Oil and that of
Goil. They are matching. So, clearly,
9 point something.
9 point something do 10 cities bill. Hey, so clearly, because you have these state institutions, they serve as buffer and cushions at the private sector. Unfortunately, near Yadi Abba State, no, my betina say, baskets, Garcia say, Mulusi ni wheel look rampua. Wheel. Mulusi wheel bakwa. Yes, saying, no Makoton bas in less than 3,000.
Somebody called scraps.
So that you go and get money and then come and be shouting that Wababra.
Yeva said, I say, my boafwa, tire chair, did you made a bro power specialist about hospital, mammy, do ya some cancer, say hepatitis A, B, C, D. Ye been a tete or a fatty liver sciatica, prostate, no penny maybe not techema, ulcer, component su minimum, a fibro to make. Now for any chair, mammy, a year, do ya ho, now call mammy, do ya ho. Obebo ye papa power specialist about hospital Kumasi ye wo ye free ya say leg bosomche ye continence putu jakwan so ye ne jazbo filling station no ene di nhwe nimu odu one chen kan ye kwa benya poku CCP kwantempo no so takrade ye wanaje estate ye ne anaje MA primary school ne edi ye nhwe nimu fe ma me ye du ya na ne ntwetwe nkomo e wo 0244 544422 0244 544422 Divine Hope Herbal Center atadwe wase atedene wo mo ne de otwea herbal powder de aba idwaso na wotwea herbal powder yi obi a osisi ehawo se wo ye oba wo ye bema piles koko esi wo ba bi ana se pesi fifi wo ba bi sexual weakness bema wa ye mre ewo mpem bema de ho odin a ne for Bernard bema no ho odin pa wo nimu adwuma ye bo no ye fe ne Bernard wone Bernard nso anamona na de beka ne din ho eye low libido atenka no ewo form se watenka wo soro a ba bia onam bia fe watenka na se watenka wo form a ende ye fa wonye hwe low libido se ma o memo enwa se ubenya bie na wo twa heba powder o sei enwa etu ase menstrual disorder enwa de ne show botomi Mofa camera no nto so.
We.
Honorable
Me that's bebre ochina efi 8 o'clock anopa
8 a.m.
to 4 p.m. in the evening.
Mokotena ho.
Ya kwa kotena America.
Na mofa be visas be dey. Mo appointment be dey.
Na say yan kwa visa. Yesi omofa ken ofori atambra. Ne visa ewu.
Yo.
Inti.
Mo kwa visa.
Da yan kwa visa.
Ba dey ne visa ewu ho
no. Yan fa nambra because Ghana mra hwehwe no forata na nye ena arise Ghana for na ye kire ya adwin ena ye ka se ken no forata no bebi a ode ye economy ekono boayen na se ohwe se arise Ghana ye koye demonstration ayo kire ewo Parliament House. I'm sure say you okay Mugabe ukrampo beka ho ene yekoye protest kese ade fa electronic transfer levies and sika omanye up to date omantimi account sika na omoji efi electronic transfer monies and so worst of all they say Mugabe it made many people poorer than before and no na make say you don't tax working capital or current capital at the end of the day no kenoforata amfuaso. The second one, okay, say Omoba Beye National Cathedral. Ken Ofurata Eka said there was no way the state of government was going to spend money. In the end, government of Ghana spent in excess of $97 million. And a yediko 2 manhole kesiye. The sisi ano denchem any other alligators enena in so emu ewo sa particular place. There was no value for money. Sikano biya omocheche no obi anim say they were done with honest check. Niaso so miansa eye COVID-19 era. Ye wo ha omo say oh they are going to do food for people. And omokoto fly rice ewo obi ho. Just some few packets and omo begina some part of Accra and omo two be say 10 of them to the people. Kana omokofa baye no obi anim say certainly and yet what we saw na ekfa sa kanu baye yesi munkofa receipts mbra munkofa caterers numbra na omankasa akotena say na omaka say an amount of this was released to this person and person na omaye honest check na omodi aba. So the state of Ghana wasted money. Beyond that ye nyina yenim say COVID-19 ebaye no sika Ghana enyaye to help the economy of Ghana is more than Ghana spent on the economy of Ghana. Ebinu went into insurance. So, sir, Omuka say, how do they call them? Frontline workers. Frontline workers, no. Or say, Omunina yabaya insurance amomo. Insurance now mo ye no. When you say omudisi kakesi ekoma insurance companies, including Enterprise Insurance, who got over 10 billion Ghana cedis.
Enterprise Insurance who belongs to.
It belongs to Kano for that in a year. Into omudisi cannot come out mono that insurance. No, there was no one single insurance certificate that was issued. There is no individual beneficiary of the insurance. What is say? Insurance is there, and then there is no beneficiary to the insurance. Ye bisanwa up to date sasi can buy. And then of course, niana etwa asunukra enunukra any pensioner bond holders, any domestic debt exchange program, for which President Akufo-Addo himself has now publicly admitted, say that is his biggest regret in this country. Say domestic debt exchange, inka onimi anka on yet, because that was not thinkable. But of course, as always, Ken Ofori-Atta will mislead him. What ye we nyina yeka say Ken, nia oye no emfa kwan so men ye no sa ebeha oman no. Enti Ken eyem say wa bre enti koda ana makwan na obi mbaje Ministry of Finance no you are unable to do the job. O yare. O ka kire en say dabi. Awofo anja ne ba. Bra aduama mu ayeden. Enne wo a wo ye awofo no ye say bra. Na ne wo ye no na omma embisawo. Say we no na wo say wa jajapade ya maye nti ye behwe mu na eni ho ewo he.
Obi anka say odi for.
O de bekire bebi a na eko ye anko ye. Afi de wo say wo yare. And on the 6th of January 2025, ufimu omaimu. Ye di wechi ena iyoko ebe declare fugitive of the law.
Ufri Ghana saying, date me.
6th January. Ade bechi na ya so ejo mama inu ena osi ofi Ghana. Ofi muno afede iyoko aba. Your friend say NIB aba. Ministry of Justice and the Attorney General aba. Na OSP office omudi omantimi antwen because omuhu nyama na ekoso na afedi omubuefu and omu declare no fugitive of the law. Afedi omashas here and then the Attorney General wrote say America owo momfa nembra Ken Ofori-Atta ene ne yere ebedidi Ghana fo nyina atem say papa no yare krampo no we are not sympathetic towards himself and we are asking him to come. Na papa no on yare na COVID-19 baye. I didn't want to quite enko America when it was COVID-19.
Exactly.
No, Maimu, he got the health care that he deserved without traveling outside. Say, see, COVID-19 any hono, the health care that he desires is not here. Inti obekwa America no akot na ho. Say, see, how to work with America obi size by bra. Wa kochuro e di karata e di American from. Say, oh dear, you want an extension of your stay from being a tourist visitor. Say, see, no opese, you become a permanent resident in America. Then you actually say you don't want to come to Ghana to come and account for your stewardship. Eddie Magana for. And now, yen in the Arise Ghana, the Yeka said, David, America for, you cannot take or continue to host a former Minister of Finance whose stewardship is shrouded in a mess. Uninam Osuha, Eko do cantonment. If you cantonment Eko Fachado, if you chado, na ode ko East Legon and those enclaves, Edeba. The properties that people will point to you where you can dear, where you there, no. You certainly know, say, this is not a man who refused to take salary that will be able to own those properties. Come, say, yeshim na ken wanye bonibia, you are a free man to go. So why you bonibia, na ya bisa sikana ofa na ebi wahe, kofebi, and afabra, so that we'll see how we can use that to support the system. One second, Efimu as Minister of Finance, to force in Ebefai. Look at how the economy has rebounded. Look at the way fuel prices have come down. Look at how the dollar is. Look at how inflation has stabilized. Look at in fact, in Kenya's Rokrampo no Musra, I'm sure that the dollar will be less than 9 cedis to $1. What you say? So things are normalizing. Everything is showing the real strength of the Ghanaian economy.
Indications,
and above all, we say cost of living so bafem.
We check the data.
We know you don't need to go and do any data. I didn't know that.
If the fundamentals
weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Say, see, I know the exchange rate is actually your friend saying the exchange rate is actually determining that things are doing well.
Yeah.
For a long time, inflation could do 54% under Nana Akufo-Addo.
But now it's 5.4.
From 54% to 5.4.
It's unbelievable.
Then they brought it to 26%.
Now we're not achievable.
Do you understand? And then in less than a year, 5.4%. Ken Ofori-Atta has to answer to the people of Ghana. The United States of America cannot continue to keep Ken there and even be entertaining him that they want to consider whether they can give him a permanent visa to stay in the United States of America. Ken, Ghana loves you. Come back and account. Many work I say.
Venezuela for the
Many work I say. Tell me. Unim say when John Mahama and the NDC lost power in 2016. Kobisa Julius Debra. How many times the Economic and Organized Crime Office, one call more office, it's like every month. Your friend now call
Chief of Staff.
Chief of Staff. Every month now call. Every month no call. 1 year body ninety when Janet. Oti Omaimu.
Never traveled outside the country.
And then they did everything they have to do,
including the president.
What do you say? Then Mrs. Cecilia Menueka say the organized, your friends say, Economic and Organized Crime Office.
Yoko.
They are pursuing the former Minister for Energy and former Minister for Education, Matthew Poku Prempeh. And yes, sir, Matthew Poku Prempeh and Janet.
Or cooperative.
No mo bisa nsem nia obetimi ayi ani anu no yi nia onim na wa kire na omaje. So they are going through with him with the motions. They are not harassing Matthew Poku Prempeh.
It's not even in the public domain.
They are not harassing him. And yes, sir.
Yeah.
Na Ken Ofori-Atta wo se onye eboni bia no. Why you ujuma e dey afa kwan so no? Why are you running away? Say onye owiya. If you are not a thief and they are shouting thief, 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 do you start running?
No, at all.
If they are shouting chief, thief, chief, and you are running away, it means that you are the thief. So in this instant, no, Ken Ofori-Atta is running. Ye ka say Julobi na Ken Ofori-Atta eninam. Odimirika in okwa hifa. Afedi ya wajani sa kodru America for akochino, and that is where my challenge come. MPP for minimum. Ye bechi won to me no. Muyi mpabua eyi mutai ekotena yoko say omunjai can your friend say won to me. The other persons that were arrested and sent to Iyoko, you went there and protested and sat down. Ken Ofori-Atta is arrested in the US. Why are you not sitting at the embassy that they should release him because he's an innocent? Why are you not? Say for me, what the United States of America is doing is, your friend is saying, is a selective justice. Venezuela for ankase omo president, you know. United States of America sat down and chose that the president of Venezuela is a criminal. He's dealing in drugs. Now omutimi alpha plane, any drones. Akokum nipa, over 40 people were killed.
For president in Abba.
Now man for president in a year and take it to America to go and face justice.
Ken Ofori-Atta, they want him to come and face justice in Ghana. And America, you are there giving him coffee and tea. What kind of hypocrisy is this? And tea and arise Ghana. Or China, ye kwa kushia wa American embassy. We have notified the Ghana Police Service in accordance with Public Order Act. The head of security at the American embassy, no friend young. Then I gave instructions that look, say uwe bibia only Ghana Police for Monka. We have complied with the Public Order Act. We have notified the Ghana Police Service, and then by the time now me babetien now omone the Ministry of Justice no more already they are in talks. They are in talks with the Ghana Police Service, and still they wanted to talk to us. So I declined that conversation. Wow. That was today?
Oh no, for the past 1 week. No mudi wanting to talk to her. And I told my people that as convener, I don't want to engage them. They should deal with the state security. They should deal with the Attorney General's office. What we know is that we are picketing at the American embassy from tomorrow. You can say indefinite, and the Ghana police for Omuka say indefinite. No, I know yeshi kakra, and I make say I know yeshi. Say you call Ochina. Now the Americans decide that they will release Kenofodata and Maya Ochina.
Ochina no moko to America.
Well, sa no mbeti miaka. Mbeti miaka do court no mo say Ken yare nti wamba. Say yare de bia Ken etimi feki. And the last time I mini obi ekasa no ka say Ken yare nti omode ba omode no ba ha. Yare hwe ye no obewu.
Kofi Bento eye imani eye Ghana say Ken de opeso oba but treatment ya de be man of hanu na manisu.
The treatment.
Yeah.
Ken ye nipa chen na Matthew Pokum prepe. Or ye nipa chen Julius Debra. Say one year Bonia, what are you afraid of? Me say Tio Chachuchi Kata. President Kufuor accused him of causing financial loss to the state. The man was able to prepare himself. A day that judgment was not supposed to be given. Oko do court now mama judgment. Near do no concern. Papa no crampo ni inhaler you say or you asthmatic. Ni inhaler no onibi. Nti Mati said he had an attack overnight. Throughout the night wanya ni inhaler nka enye say adoma nka sisi awako. When President Kufuor was about leaving office on the 6th of January, they gave him a pardon. And pardon the only thing because the president am a pardon ti or see dabi on pardon no or per se uncle through the motions until opie he fought through the motions until the courts were able to determine say dabi papa no wanya bone. Now it was political persecution. Okay, no, you are yet to now come and prove whether it is indeed political persecution or it is that you have committed an offense. I feel there would make a equity. Yes, say bra na equity. Bra na equity. Now say oba. First, no, it was not about the treatment they were going to give him when he came. It was about that on Tiapo. Now the U.S. system has told us that Ken is well.
You're fit.
Oh, yeah, fit. So they have arrested him and put him in detention. In the U.S., he cannot die in detention.
In Ghana?
In Ghana, he can die in detention. Who told you that when people are sick, they die?
When people are sick?
Who told you that when people are sick, they die? You don't know that people are sick for 20 years now and they have not died? Only, sir.
I know.
And people are not sick and they get up and die. Only that. So what is this thing about Dobi Yarinti? Mode no ba obewu. Ebi mu krampo a omo yare no mu. Or they don't die.
Man no yare.
Mini amotala.
No yare.
On yare owu ye.
Limuna no.
Limuna on yare no owu. Abuachi on yare no owu ye. Dr. Sapon owu ye. 2 military officers no omu owu ye.
Misata wa yare kwada.
Do you understand? Emitata ya ante say na okwakoye or gym and or ye ni gym work. And na owu ye. So what is this thing crazy about? Oh, Kenontiapo, Nihunam Nyedin. And I don't think that sickness has anything to do with death. If your time is up to die, you will die. Yeah. So if it is the time for anybody to die, let the person die. Nobody should come and claim that oyare.
So man can say all die be die. 160 million Ghana cedis. Unte figure ketu BI then.
Under
this administration, to audit our account and there be almost Senate contribution, insurance, everything.
Oh, that we said that now meba no. It is not MD ni ho, na deputy MD ni ho, na okrampo nim say meba ho. So that be said media sa na me before I obia be hunu na me ho.
Exactly.
And I encountered my workers. And the joy that your workers had.
About 1,200 workers.
Not all of them were excited. Over 300 new workers that were there. Contract staff now no munina krampo munjin say talk and come back.
Yes.
No munina abba. Ebi mu krampo a omo fi ye koye dambotwe
ebi kure to kwan kwa monene.
Ebi na ebi wa Iran. Other places. Omo ti say tour is coming back. They were eager to come back. What you say? When I visited and I posted his story on Facebook, come and see. Many of them were calling me to find out whether ni Americano na enyenokre. Then I said, this is dramatic transformation. This is good leadership. Etimi ama baby a say yam factor nko. So from baby a mijina, for baby a mijina, I can tell you that look, I am shocked that the board chairman, Honorable Billy Joe, Munina,
fantastic man.
Look at Ejuma Mwakwayano. Look, I don't easily give people high marks because Obianim say I am a critic of the system. But that be na me GDA until I went there to go and see. Because na me tiwa no mo see to besan ba na amwesi. No bust. And I'm afraid no see dabi mem hwehwe me boss. O de bre.
Okoto board meeting. Yeah, the bag is say brewa. Fires na here I am mawom. What the be 3 days. Ebe kai de omo nyina san wakwa kwotena.
You see, Nana Mwesi say, my brother, don't sit in Accra. Just come and see what we are doing. Miko draw or say, I'm not going to go around with you. So you think I'm influencing anything. And offer the longest serving worker. And they took me around the tour. When I saw, say, they did the retrofitting of the your friend saying, your friend saying, yes, and they told me that it was Ghanaian workers.
Yeah, only Ghanaians.
And that some of the works that the Ghanaian engineers are doing. Nipa Efi Amanonino Moba Edibisa say, are you sure you are able to do?
Where is your female welder?
I tell the female welder. Yes, I tell you, the solid job. Say, they have even increased the capacity to 60 metric tons.
You've not seen anything yet.
I swear. Yeah. And the tank farms are and everything that is supposed to be done. I just want to salute combat. Salute Billy Joe. I think that you've done a good job. You have done a good job. I am unbelievable. And I hope. And of course, Yedeba Metro Mass Transit. Say, from 1,000 fleet, they were making losses. To 105, they are making profit. That is the extent of what great leadership can do. And I just want to comment, President Mahama, seeing vision in these young people and empowering and giving them the opportunity to go and change what is happening there. The last time I listened to the man at the shippers, the friend said, PENDREAM shipyard. Okay. Or see, Okodru Hono, he was welcomed by serpents, snakes. The whole place was bushy, it was nasty, and snakes were the ones that were welcoming him. That all of a sudden they've been able to transform that particular institution of the shipyard into a modernized place, and now they are beginning to think about profit. What it means is that, say, the round peg at the share round hole, it me ejuma. But say, the round peg at the kosher square hole, intimi emfa. And I think that we should congratulate these young people and so far their commitment, but not the DCE, Okase President Mahama. Only wine and Bakatri and Seme and Yegalamsi wa and all the naimos eba. A bachelor letter they are command for now mass signing near their bell. No one who say we don't need naimos here. I think that DCE is not worthy to be in office.
Isabenad Mona, John Mahama, no 1 year money, say now obviously how would you assess his performance so far?
I've given him 6/10. Which I don't do. Because I couldn't give Akufo-Addo 3/10 throughout his 8 years. But if in less than a year, I give you 6/10, naturally say your rating is high.
Indications bear now.
So over economic indicators, no, they are no edaho and no be home. But I'm even talking about the quality of leadership that John Mahama has brought, that nobody talks about. See, John Mahama na ultimate publicly ekachire ni appointee say o koye bone me you ama na mrano edi
se bi ne wo hunne
what you say me you ama. So clearly oh yes no he has instilled the fear of God, as we say in Ghana, into his appointees. Say you cannot go and do things wrong. Ultimately, control metro mass transit 2,500. That mean mabafuaso. That be me, yes sir. Then I support John Mahama. That look, he's on a good course. The other important thing now, I can say, look, sure, more than 80% of John Mahama's appointees are less than 60 years. More than 80% of John Mahama appointees are less than 60 years. And they know they have a future. Believing that they will have to account for it. But say, Okofa retirees na odi omo ma ejuma. At the end of the day, know that they are living in borrowed times. So they don't want to commit themselves because whatever it is, they are looking for what will sustain them in the future. Baby, I mean, your mama, any operation, recover or loot. I think that they have failed me in that direction. The Attorney General is doing like a tortoise in this fight against the looters of our nation. And that was a major campaign slogan. And I had the echo around. EDS. Then you turn around and then you are kid gloving with these people. The other place has to do with international politics. Look, liberation struggle everywhere must be supported by Ghana. Fantastic. Now the people of the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic are struggling for their self-determination and independence. And it turned out that Ghana will go and support Morocco's plan to continue to annex and occupy Western Sahara. I will not support it any day. That is not what Kwame Nkrumah taught us. That is not the teaching of Kwame Nkrumah. No Pan-Africanist anywhere will support this particular move by the minister responsible for foreign affairs, that because Morocco will give us some economic benefits, because Morocco will give us phosphate and other things, we should go and support Morocco to continue to occupy, exploit, and dictate the space of Western Sahara. And no dear many doing. So when I subtract these things from the positives of John Mahama, I can take 4 out of the 10. And that is why I think that despite my reservations on this front, John Mahama has done what Nana Akufo-Addo could not do and would not have even been able to do if you had added him 8 more years. So John Mahama is a success from the beginning, and we are hoping that he will be able to sustain this progress that we are making. If he sustains it, we can see improvement, and I'm sure that we'll start giving him better marks from 2026.
Very good. My good brother, Honorable Bernard Bona, thanks so much for your time. Yeah, the best.
Dedi kama amena Pendream TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, Pendream TV.